And then just like that, we're back once again.
Just like that.
What are we going to teach today, sweetie?
I don't know. Probably have to teach the day for Tuesday.
We'll teach the Ojibwe word for Tuesday. What is that, second day?
The second day.
All right. And then I will see you again.
We can teach him how to say, Gigawabaman Minawa.
Yeah. And anybody else we got scheduled to call in?
The president's going to call in.
President Biden?
Yep. You don't seem too excited.
Oh, I don't really care. I mean, that's that crazy upside down world we're living in, huh?
What do you mean?
I mean, the president of the United States of America calls into our show, and I'm all like, whatever. Let's go, Brandon.
Nah.
Yeah, okay, so Biden's going to call in, and was Megan and Harry, were they going to call in?
I don't know. We thought they might.
All right. Okay, well, I think that's, we'll teach them Ojibwe. We'll take some calls. Michael, did you want to, I don't know, advertise your books or anything? Yeah, can you, maybe at the end of the show, play the commercial again? Yeah, sure. Hey, and at some point, remind them to put on or to subscribe and give a thumbs up. All right. All right. You ready, sweetie?
I'm ready.
You ready, Niji? I'm ready. Let's get the show started. Okay, hey, Boozhoo. And welcome back to the show. I just pointed at them, sweetie.
That's not our way. We're not supposed to point.
I'm sorry. Boozhoo. Boozhoo. But anyway, Boozhoo. Hello. What are we doing here?
You're introducing the show.
Welcome to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. The live stream podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Nanaboozhoo. Over here, the lovely and the talented Natasha. Ikadon Boozhoo, Weenie Mooshane.
Hello, everybody. How you doing?
And over here is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Say hello, Michael. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the show. And today, our Ojibwe word of the day. Giga Wabamin Minoa. I will see you again. And you have been watching Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture.
What are you doing?
What? I thought we were done. And tune in tomorrow for more Ojibwe language. Giga Wabamin Minoa. I will see you again. Sweetie, when to teleport?
Teleporting.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
You were such a goof.
Yeah, I know. Gigawabamin Min, Minowa. In the Anishinaabe way, we don't like to say goodbye. That's not our way, huh, sweetie?
We never say goodbye. There's no word for goodbye in Ojibwe Moan. That's what they told me when I was a little girl.
Yep. That's what they told me when I watched Thunderheart.
Yeah, that too.
But apparently, goodbye comes from like Godspeed or God be with you. It's an English expression. You know, like you're supposed to ride your horse at the speed that God can be with you. God be with you. Godspeed. God speed you home, you know, or whatever. And then eventually it got kind of turned into goodbye. But the Anishinaabe people, we didn't have that word. That's not part of our tradition. And we, we don't really believe that, there's a goodbye. I was taught, somebody told me once, they said, spiritual man knows that you will always see each other again. Even if it's not until you see him in the spirit world. But we will come together again. There is no goodbye. There's no final, good riddance. So we say, Giga Waba Min, Minowa. I will see you again. Giga Waba Min, Minowa. I will see you again. And then he goes, not if I see you first.
Yeah.
But I thought we were going to do the day, didn't I? Yeah, here we go. Nijo Gija Good. It is the second day. Nijo Gija Good. Tuesday. And what can I say about Taco Tuesday?
2 for 1 tacos at Taco John's.
Today's Ojibwe word of the day is brought to you by Taco John's in Bemidji, Minnesota. We would like to thank our generous supporters from the Taco John's on Paul Bunyan Drive, a restaurant next to a gas station that I've never actually been at and who has never given us a free coupon for anything. And I'm not even sure what they cook in there. I'd rather not eat a taco from Taco John's. But this has been your commercial for Taco John's in Bemidji, Minnesota. Probably won't kill you right away. It's probably not poison, technically. I mean, it's probably it's kind of like McDonald's. It'll kill you eventually through heart disease and diabetes and whatever. But it's not technically poison. So I think that should be Taco John's slogan. Come to Taco John's. We're not technically poison.
We're going to get in trouble.
Yeah. Nijo Gija Good. It is the second day. Because, Monday is the Beijigo day. Beijigo Gija Good. It's the first day. Tomorrow will be the third day. Or halfway. So, well, sweetie, we did it once again.
What's that?
We screwed up our show by not coming on at 8 o'clock.
Well, that's going to happen when we sleep in.
I'd like to apologize to the regular viewers of Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. Because the Boozhoo crew usually is here to greet us. And we give out gold stars and silver stars and now bronze stars because our viewers are a bunch of millennials. But we came on really late today and now I don't think anybody's watching, sweetie.
Well, that's okay. They can watch later.
I know, but I missed the Boozhoo crew. But they don't know we're on right now. We usually come on at 8 in the morning. Central Standard Time. Real time, okay? I don't get these time zones. Enough with your trying to track the sun. There should be one global clock. Based on the, sky clock. Oh, it's 8 o'clock my time. What is it your time? Shut up. We're on live right now. And nobody cares, sweetie.
Maybe they just can't comment.
Can they not comment? Did we not set this up right? Yeah, you're right. We got 6 concurrent viewers, but nobody's said a thing. Is there anybody out there? If you like the show, I don't know why you would. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Why don't you contribute to Michael's bank account? Come on, you got to be all greedy, keep all your money to yourself? That's not the Indian way, sweetie.
No, it's not.
We're meant to share. So if you enjoy learning Ojibwe words of the day and, hanging out with us, you can support the show on Patreon, PayPal, GoFundMe, and Michael Lyons has Ojibwe language books for sale on Amazon.com. Click the link below, and I will see you again. Gigawabamin. Minowa. Oh, no. Anyway, what should we talk about, sweetie?
Did you want to take a Joe Biden call? He's on.
Oh, really, Joe? The president's on hold?
Yep.
Okay. Line 2?
Okay.
All right, line 2. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-bum bum 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 ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum, or however that song goes. Mr. President Joe Biden, welcome to Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. We're very honored to have you on the show today. Mr. President?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I just pooped my pants. I pooped my pants.
Yeah, so, I heard that.
You know, I pooped my pants.
Welcome to the show, Mr. President. It's a great honor to have the President of the United States on our show. What can I do for you today?
I was wondering if I could I teach that Ojibwe word of the day. And then when I'm done, I wonder if I could smell your hair just a little bit.
No, you can't smell my hair. You're on the phone. I'm trying to be respectful because I know you'll have dementia. But yeah, you can learn the Ojibwe word of the day. Today, I looked out today and it was sunny. It was very sunny. So we would say, Gitchi Zagate.
Gitchi Zagate. Gitchi Zagate. Well, let me tell you something. Can I get somebody here to help me? Hey, Nanaboozhoo.
Yes, sir.
How do you say that?
Gitchi Zagate. It is very sunny.
Gitchi Zagate. So Zagate, is that like it's sunny?
Yeah. And then Gitchi is like great sunny, like great spirit. Gitchi Manadu.
Yeah, the Gitchi Manadu. All right. Hey, how do you say it's cold? I feel cold.
Well, when you say it's cold, like outside, you say Gissana. Gissana.
Gissana. Gissana. Yeah, it's cold. It's sunny, but it's cold.
Yeah. That's how it is in Minnesota a lot, There's always something that makes me not want to go out and go for a walk. Because like yesterday it was cloudy for a while and I was like, it's too cloudy and gray and depressing. Well, I walked out there and it's nice and warm. But then today it's all bright and beautiful and you walk out there and it's freezing. And you go, forget it. I'm going to walk around in the cold.
Yeah, I know. When I walk around in the cold, it makes me poop my pants. Poop my pants.
Yeah. Sorry about that. What's up with that?
Hey, I'm just I can't control myself like I used to when I was a boy. When I was a kid, I wrapped a chain around, what was his name? Soda Pop?
Oh, yeah. No, it wasn't Soda Pop. Who's that guy Joe Biden messed up back in the 40s?
You mean, what was it? Corn Pop?
Yeah, Corn Pop.
Yeah, Corn Pop. He was a bad dude. I had to wrap a bicycle chain around his neck. I said, hey, boy, you get back to your part of town. You're like, what did Hillary Clinton call them? They're kind of predators or something.
Yeah, she had a really racist thing to say about black people. Super predators or something? Animals? I don't know.
Yeah, man. I said, hey, boy, you get back to your side of town. And wrap this chain around your neck. They called him Corn Pop.
Yeah. I kind of doubt that ever happens. No offense. I don't want to call you a liar, but it's hard to believe.
You call me a liar, boy? I wrapped this bicycle chain around your neck. And then I did it again.
Yeah, I think you've had enough coffee for this morning. Listen, man, I'm going to let you go. I think you need to clean yourself up or get someone to clean you up.
Yeah, I'll get the Secret Service. They like to wipe my butt. I'll take a dip in the pool. That'll clean my fanny. That'll clean my bloomers, too.
Yeah, just take a jump in the pool with your poopy bloomers and your poopy butt. And I think you'll be just fine.
Yeah, okay. Hey, how do you say goodbye in Ojibwe?
Well, no, that's what we were saying. We don't say goodbye. We say, Gigawabamin, Minawa. I will see you again.
Well, listen, Nanaboozhoo. Gigawabamin, Minawa. I will see you again. Man, it's running down my leg.
Yeah, okay. Gigawabba Minawa, Mr. President. Bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum 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 bum. That's crazy. Yeah, poor old Mr. President Biden. I'd feel bad if he wasn't such a creep, but I don't know. There you go, folks. There's your president. Well done. Well, at least Trump's not in office. Okay, now what's going on? How come nobody's chatting? I don't know. You've been on 15 minutes and nobody said a thing. I think we probably... Are we not letting people chat for some reason? Will I ever see you again? We've got 3 likes, but nobody chatted. I'm thinking they can't, or we just can't see it. Yeah, maybe we should just not worry about it. You think? Yeah, because it's not a good show to have us just looking down. Yeah, you're right. For anybody who's tried to chat and I can't see it, I want to apologize. I'm gonna try to like telekinetically hear your thoughts. Somebody's calling, sweetie. Yeah. Quit calling my house. You know I'm a hermit. Let me see who's on the phone. What difference does that make? We're not gonna quit. Okay. Let's see. The Boozhoo crew is asking, do you have a song to play? We have a couple of songs to play. Somebody's singing on our answering machine. I don't know who that was. It's probably Missy. I bet you Missy says something like... You think Missy called the landline to tell us something about the show? Yeah, but I can't hear it. Missy, we can't hear your call. It's too far in the other room. Anyway, I'm losing control of the show. All right. Let's just, Now it's calling again. Missy, that totally throws me on doing a show. I can't listen to the phone. I think it is Missy. I think I just heard her say in her big old voice, we can hear you, we can see you, just keep going. Missy and Nut. All right, so today I want to talk about this song. Here is a song that Michael wrote. Do we want to talk about this? Or do we want to take another call? You could take another call, or you could talk about the song. How long have we gone? 15 minutes? 18 minutes? Should I talk about... See, it's throwing me because I can't... usually by now, one of the Boozhoo crew has said something. All right. So today, let's talk about current events. Controversial subjects of the day. I heard this one. You know what we should do, sweetie? Just to be rebellious? What's that? Would you mind doing the Our Father who art in heaven prayer later? Sure, I'll do that. Apparently, this is in the news. Facebook now finds it necessary to say anybody who posts the Lord's Prayer, that's inappropriate content. They want to censor it. I saw a thing that says, hey, this is now a violation of services to recite the Lord's Prayer. So we're going to recite the Lord's Prayer in Ojibwe later. Yeah, okay. So let's see. In current events, what's going on? It's the apocalypse. The world's coming to an end. Huh, sweetie? It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. I was in the band REM. You were not. It's true. I was for like 3 minutes. The truth is, Once upon a time, here's a story. Back in the days of the grandfathers. True story. I flew from Denver to Minneapolis with the rock band REM. The huge rock band from the late 80s all the way through the 90s. They wrote the song, "It's the end of the world as we know it. La-dee-da, la-dee," you know. And because I was in coach and the band was up in first class of a United Airlines or whatever. I wasn't really in the band. We flew together because we were on the same plane. So we get off the plane and I walk, and I always fly, I always travel with my guitar because I'm something of a rock star too. And I went to get my guitar, and this other guy, he grabs for my guitar. And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, is this your guitar?" I went, "Yes, sir, thank you." "I will take that. I will take this $400 acoustic guitar. I think what you want is that $25,000 guitar next to it." So we picked up our guitars and we started walking away together. And I looked over here and I noticed there was another guy carrying a guitar. And then there was and these guys were all kind of hip looking, like they had leather jackets and, shaggy beard. And then right in front of me, I saw this little bald guy wearing I think he had a leather jacket with a jean jacket over it, like a short sleeve jean jacket. And on the back it said, "Chosen." And then I looked and went, "Oh, wow, there's Michael Stipe, lead singer of the rock band REM." And then I'm looking around and I'm noticing all the people. They're noticing that REM is walking through the airport. It's because Minneapolis, I don't know. And it was at a time when REM was really popular. And so I just kind of played along. I started nodding at people, smiling. "How's it going? Hey, you like to rock and roll?" And I just pretended I was in the band REM as we walked through the airport together. And then I turned and got on an elevator and I had to keep going. And then I was kicked out of the band. And this is the story of when I was a rock star. So you want to be a rock and roll star, learn how to play and take you far. Have you ever wanted to be a rock and roll star? Come on, be honest. What, you never got out of the shower and, grabbed that brush? Standing in the rain with his head hung low. He couldn't get a ticket. It was a sold-out show. He heard the roar of the crowd. He could picture the scene. Put his ear to the wall like a distant scream. He heard one guitar, da-na-na, just blew him away, da-na-na, just stars in his eyes. And the very next day, he bought a beat-up 6-string. That's really a good poem when you think about it. The lyrics to Rockstar or whatever, Jukebox Hero. Yeah. It was a sold-out show. He heard the roar of the crowd. And you could picture the scene. So he put his ear to the wall, and like a distant scream, he heard one guitar. I think rock lyrics are underrated as poetry. And I think poetry is overrated as anything you want anything to do with. Really? Yeah. I say this as a man who has studied and has his Bachelor of Arts degree in essentially poetry. I majored in English literature. I have read many poems. I have studied in depth and read biographies of so-called famous poets, from William Shakespeare to William Butler Yeats to Robert Bly, rest his soul. Robert Bly died. Yeah. Any Minnesota poetry people who, for some reason, spend their times watching a puppet show on YouTube? Robert Bly. He was He became most famous in a way for a book called Iron John. Minnesota poet who wrote, an author, he wrote a book called Iron John. And when I was in college studying poetry, oh, here's my last word on poetry. So I studied a lot of poetry, and I don't remember any of it because it's so boring. Unlike 1,001 rock and roll lyrics in my life that I do remember and recite all the time. So I think rock and roll lyrics are real poetry, and real poetry is, I don't know what it is. It's boring. So, but Robert Bly, let me today. Okay, this will be the thing today. Just so I can show everyone how smart I am. Yeah. I read a book once. That wasn't it. No, I read a book once by Robert Bly. I should have pulled up. Do we have pictures of Robert Bly? You have that one drawing. Doggone it, I should have prepared better. Instead of making fart jokes with Joe Biden, I could have pulled up this drawing of Robert Bly. Is it possible I could find it really quickly? It is not possible. Oh, ye of little faith. Oh, here's a photograph of him. Even better. I know Michael drew that cartoon, but who cares? Some people appreciate this. This is the forehead of Robert Bly. And here is more of his forehead. Those are his glasses. Oh, I like that show about Ojibwe language and culture, Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo. That's where he talks about white men all the time. That's right. A bunch of racists. So, Robert Bly. I couldn't remember if he had a middle name. He probably does. Robert Sebastian Bly. It's not Sebastian. Probably is. Look at this. I'm not sure what happened to his tie. His tie exploded. But Robert Bly brought back the vest into academia. After Robert Bly became famous, English professors all over the place started wearing vests and bibs. Anyway, Robert Bly passed away last month, or this month, I guess. And he was famous for this book called Iron John. And he was a poet. And he's from Minnesota. And he was a friend of my parents and my parents' friends. I remember being a little guy. I met him a few times. And I went to one of his readings when I was in college. And it was really cool, actually. He tried to blend poetry and music and dance. And he brought these chicks from, like, I don't know, India or something, belly dancing up there. Some people playing, like, bongos and the sitar. And he read poetry on pillows. I know it's kind of a hippy drippy thing, but it was pretty cool. Anyway, this is the story of Iron John by Robert Bly, as far as I can remember it. It's an old German story. It's a German folk story. And it talks about the growing up process of men. Maybe the hero's journey, kind of. So back in the days of the grandfathers, there was a young boy named Iron John, I guess. I don't know. I read the book. I'm not sure who Iron John is. But there was a boy, and he was playing in the woods. And he chases a red ball. And that ball goes into the woods, and he sees Bigfoot. Sabbe. Sasquatch. Or maybe that's Iron John. I think that's Iron John. Big ol' wild man. Seems like Bigfoot to me, but in Germans, I don't know. In his book, anyway, the wild man of the woods. So Bigfoot tells him, why don't you come with me? Leave your family. Why don't you live in the wild? You could be a wild man. And I'll help you become, I don't know what. I guess I'm now remembering that I don't remember the story. That's ridiculous. I know. So it's anyway. Iron John is all about stages that men go through to grow up, and then he also talks about why we're so screwed up as men. And he says it's because men we're grown up with absent fathers. Our dads left us. You know, a lot of men are raised by single moms. Or we have had dads who were spent all their time at work and were emotionally not involved with their kids. They didn't teach them how to go fishing or hunting or throw a ball or anything. They were just the providers. And so we had a whole generation of men, probably his generation, I think he was talking about baby boomers, grew up without the initiation into, that was the other part of it. He's saying men are screwed up because we don't get initiated into adulthood. You know, in the old days, in the days of the grandfathers, young boy would be, the men would take him out into the wilderness and have him go through trials and, you know, take him on a sweat, have him fast, make him do dangerous stuff. You know, he would earn a certain kind of, today you are a man. You have killed your first, you know, cute rabbit with a 410. Well done. Now go. I will teach you how to skin this rabbit and clean it for the feast. You know. But modern men, we're all screwed up because we don't know when we became men. You know, grown-up man-childs. You got guys in their 40s who still dress like they're in their teenage years. You know, they're wearing sports memorabilia. Oh, hey, I got Colin Kaepernick's name on my back and the number whatever on my jersey. I'm wearing big old skater shorts. I'm playing video games every night. Going to see Spider-Man. And I'm 47 years old, you know. Grown man children. You know, men who get emotionally invested in the Avengers. You know, oh, I can't wait for the new Star Wars movie. I'm 47 years old. Right? Still living with their parents, never married, never had kids. And it's a real problem. Because then these guys grow up to, somehow they trick a woman into marrying them, but they're marrying someone that can be their mother. And men are screwed up because we're taught to see ourselves through women's eyes. We're always trying to please our mothers. We don't know how to be a man, you know. Men raise themselves. And then have women teachers, their mothers and grandmas. And so you end up, you know, look what happened to Bruce Jenner. You think that happened because he didn't have a father figure? Didn't help that he didn't have a father figure. So, unless you want your kids to grow up to marry into the Kardashians, that's the biggest crime of that dude. I don't care what he transitioned into. That guy knowingly married Mrs. Kardashian after she had kids. What? You couldn't do better than that, Bruce? You're an Olympic athlete. Anyway, I'll never. But, you know, so the world would be better if men would go on a journey and initiate. And then we need to initiate each other. Go on sweat lodges. And the book kind of tracks, you know, men. Our journey, you know, is kind of in every old story. You know, there's the hero's journey. It starts with a call to action. They have a vision or a tragedy. Something happens. You know, Luke Skywalker comes back and his, you know, family's dead and he's got to go out on a quest. And then he goes into the wilderness and he spends time. And in real life, it's like that for men. We don't always recognize it, but we get a call to action. Something inspires us. You go, hey, you know what? If I could just start my own, you know, auto garage. I'm really good at fixing cars. You know, a guy has a dream one day. He goes, man, if I could just be a mechanic. but I'm going to have to learn all this stuff. I'm going to have to raise money. I'm going to have to be disciplined. I'm going to have to, create this life I want. I pick auto mechanics because that's the opposite of me. A lot of guys are like, oh, I'm going to be a rock star. Be standing in the rain, hear that one guitar, and it just moves you to like, you're on a quest. You want to become something. You want to take the mountain. That's what being a man's all about. Family and children and stuff, that's fine. But every man kind of secretly feels like he's on a quest, like King Arthur or something. He's got to go into the wilderness and he's got to fight dragons. And lots of times there's a princess like Natasha. No, get out of here. There's some girl up in a tower that we love, but we have to battle demons to win her love. So we got to get through college. We got to, raise some money, got to buy a cool car. I got to win the princess's favor, the king's daughter. There's all the symbology, symbolism or whatever. Who's the king? Well, the king is respectability, money, status. It's winning in the war of, becoming the alpha male, becoming, quality man or whatever. But his daughter, the spoils of that war. When you become a king, you marry the princess and you take over that king's kingdom. But the princess then, sometimes it is finding true love. Sometimes that princess is, your garage that you finally bought outright with the money you saved from 20 years of having crappy jobs or whatever. Graduating from school, getting the promotion, leaving home, whatever. There's a lot of little, trials and what have yous. Anyway, so men, this book and what Robert Bly was sort of about for a number of years there was just talking about, hey, you know what, guys? Yeah, you're screwed up. We all are. But it's not hopeless. And here's a bunch of guy stuff we can talk about that the women are never going to tell you. And quit trying to become what you think a woman wants you to become. Here's something I remember him saying. He goes, mothers, whenever they talk about their kids, it's always, oh, this is my son, the doctor. This is my son, the teacher. This is my son, the whatever respectable thing. Your mother wants you to be something in society that's respectable. Mothers never say, oh, here's my son. He's the wanderer. This is my son, frankly, the artist. Mothers are not really that into, oh, this is my son. He's really good at, putting on YouTube live streams. This is my son, the cartoonist. Yeah, you heard me right. Cartoonist. Yeah, he draws cartoons. He likes to make birthday cards for his friends. My son. But a man gets it. Sometimes a man will see his kid playing in the mud, and he goes, you know what, dude? Wouldn't it be cool if you had one of them big old bulldozers, and you could become one of those guys that makes roads? You know what? You should look at, you ever build a tree fort? Yeah, you're good with tools. You like to build stuff. You're good with your hands. That guy eventually becomes an engineer or builds, great bridges and cathedrals or whatever. Women will tell their boys to take the safe path. Go to college, get a job, get married, settle down. They want them to be safe. They say that women will sacrifice freedom for safety. That's why women are always very liberal. They're like, well, yeah, I guess we should. Why not have a law that says motorcyclists have to wear a helmet? That's just common sense. It keeps you safe. And a man's like, What? No, I'm not wearing a helmet. I gotta let the breeze run through my hair. And by the way, government, keep your laws off my body. How about that? My body, my choice. I'm gonna ride my motorcycle and my bicycle for that matter. It's coming, you guys. I wonder when I'm finally gonna get a ticket for riding a bicycle without a helmet. It's like, sorry, I'm a man. I don't wear bicycle helmets. I don't wear sunscreen. I do wear my seatbelt because I don't want to get a ticket. Oh, yeah, let's vote for a law. I was thinking about this the other day. Even the child seat law, I did have men in my life when I was growing up. I grew up in the 70s before they gave up freedom for safety. And so, seatbelts were optional, even for your kids. And I saw the transition happen when they passed a law. From now on, you have to put your kid in a car seat. You have to do that. You get into trouble. Get a ticket, whatever. Probably get your kids taken away now. And everybody agrees, 100%. Yep, that's good. Make sure, and fasten it. Now we want your kids running backwards for some reason. But all these rules imposed upon the parents to keep their own children safe. That's how they, inch by inch, the boiling a frog, you do it little by little. So what's the harm in that? Nothing. But now we come down to getting the jabba-dabba-doo and trusting Dr. Fauci. Now hey, good news. We've approved it's not really a vaccine, a jabba-dabba-doo for your children all the way down to the ages of 5. How long before it's no longer going to be legal to not vaccinate your children? They can discriminate against you if you don't. What do you mean? Like in school, they won't let a kid into school who doesn't get vaccinated. And that's been like that for a long time. It was even pre-COVID. But, giving up safety, giving up your freedom for safety, trusting the government to keep us safe, that's a chick thing. No offense. No. But a warrior, Gichida. We go on a quest. We gotta, we're trying to achieve something. And then the way the warriors, arc goes, it starts out, call to action. You go off into battle or into the wilderness. You spend time, working in fields, toiling or whatever. There's like stages of development in a man's life. You eventually meet the princess's daughter. Sometimes you get her. But if you succeed, if you battle the dragons, if you throw the ring into the volcano or whatever the hobbits did, then the journey is completed when you come back home and you impart the wisdom you gain to the community again. When you come back from what's that called? The adventure. Yeah, the quest. The quest, the adventure. Then the hero comes home. The hero's journey is completed. When he comes in, like Brad Pitt in Legends of the Fall with a whole bunch of horses, wind blowing through his hair, no helmet on his horse. Hello, father. I'm back. And then the hero's journey is complete. It's when he can help raise the next generation of boys. Initiate them into manhood. Modern day initiations that we have now, our dads and our uncles, they usually don't play any part of it. Now initiations into manhood are like getting drunk the first time. Yeah. You and your older brother and his friends. That's one, rite of passage. That's what they talk about, the rites of passage. There's certain things you have to do before you become a man. You gotta get drunk. You gotta make out with somebody, get a hickey in a car. get into a fight, you got to get punched in the face at least once. You're not a man unless you've ever been punched. And depending how you reacted to that punch, that'll determine what kind of man. What else do you have to do to become a man, sweetie? Well, I wouldn't know. I'm just a little girl. Oh, yeah. You got to get your heart broken. You got to get your heart broken? Yeah, I'm adding to the list. You're not a man until you've loved somebody completely and trusted her, and she stomped on your heart and cheated on you. Really? Yep. Real man. If you've never been cheated on, you're not even a man. You're still a boy. Just wait. Because real man, like the scales fall from his eyes. Boys, because we're raised by our mothers, we put women on pedestals. We worship them. We think, well, I'll be happy if only I can find a good woman. And that's what a boy thinks. Then a man grows up and he gets that girl, puts her up on that pedestal, and then she, spends time with your first cousin who makes a little more money, has a nicer pickup. She's in the stock room with Chad from accounting, and she crushes your heart. She betrays your trust. And you realize, wow, I thought she was a princess. I thought that was the king's princess. She was, not Medusa. I thought she was, who's the chick with the long hair? Oh, and Rapunzel. Rapunzel? Rapunzel, let down your hair. You thought she was Rapunzel. Turns out she's Medusa. Yeah. And she turns your heart to stone. But then eventually a man, that stone will turn back into flesh. When he becomes a man. I heard it said this way. Women are created. You guys just become women even if unless somebody interferes and makes you feel like, unless there's something screwed up where you want to transition to become a guy. Yeah. Women are fine. They get born, they're girls and they just become women naturally. Men will stay boys until we have to change ourselves. We have to grow up. Nature, sometimes tragedy will create a man. Maybe he's not trying to become a man, but, one day his whole family gets gunned down and he becomes Charles Bronson. Yeah. And he's a man because he got to avenge whatever. Boys become men by having their childhood dreams disillusioned. And women become women by growing up and, become moms. Anyway, here's a song that has nothing to do with that, and I'm going to let you come up. Okay. This is a song by Michael Lyons called Snow on Skin. What's this song about? It's about how snow, when it touches your skin, it melts right away. Yeah. And that's kind of how, the past is, or my memories. Really? I don't know. It rhymed. Okay. Snow on Skin, Miigwech, Biz and Dawi Egg by Michael Lyons. And the road is closed, still the car's pulling. Now the day is young, so we begin again. And I shut my eyes to what might be. A cool recess beneath these old pine trees. I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. And it's cold outside, let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin, snow on skin. From what I've seen, nothing's meant to last, but I can't move forward, and I'm living in the past. But I've come so far, and I've run so fast. How long do I have, and how long can I last? I don't remember where I've been. My past dissipates like snow on skin. It's cold outside, let me in. Our past dissipates like snow on skin, snow on and on and on and on again and again, my friend, the end. Hey, hey. Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, name it random. All right. Big John, Little John, what a way to go. Boozhoo, and welcome back to the show. Natasha Nandishanakas. Natasha is my name. And before we run out of time, I just want to do this real quick. Got a little sema, a little tobacco. Nusana, Wakwing Abion. Apekish Gitchi Twa Wendamig. Gidu Nozawin. Apekish Bidag Wishanu Makuk. Gidu Gima Wiwin. And Endamin. Apekish Ijuebak. Dibishku Wakwing Migu. Gaye Aking Migu Gaye Ishpaming. Mijishanang Gani. Nuko Agijagak Nempakwejigarimana. Minik Iyoyan. Bunigade ta Wishanang. Ga Iji Nishkahinangi. Gekko Gaye Iji Wishin Ishi Gage. Gagwe Dibanin Gay winning. Dash Inama Wishanang Mayada Duck. Ape Inge. Miigwech Bisandawi Gichimanadu. And that was the Lord's Prayer in Ojibwe. Take that, Facebook, in your godless platform. How's everybody doing? Oh, it's so pretty out here. It's snowing. So keep one. I feel like I'm in a, what'd you call it? What's that movie? Well, hello, movie theater. What do you know? I'm going to jail. It's a Wonderful Life. If you get a chance, if you're a little kid, don't be put off by the fact that it's old and corny and in black and white. if you get a chance to sit down with your grandma and watch It's a Wonderful Life, do it. It's worth it. It's the greatest Christmas movie of all time. Story of It's a Wonderful Life is a man grows up in a small town and he has big dreams. He wants to travel and see the world. And one by one, things just don't work out for him. And he gets real fed up. And this one Christmas, he decides he wants to kill himself. And he goes to a bridge. He's about to jump in, end it all. And he's praying. He's like, I wish I had never been born. Just then, a man falls into the icy water. And so George jumps in and saves his life. And that man turns out to be an angel. And the angel's like, hey, I just saved your life. You were going to kill yourself, but instead you saved my life. So, what's up? And George goes, what, are you crazy? You don't even have any wings. He goes, no, I'm going to earn my wings by saving your life. I'm going to show you this Christmas what your life would be like if you were never born. And so he goes back, and there's all these flashbacks of George growing up, things that happened. And then he shows him, kind of like in A Christmas Carol, an alternate reality. If he had never been born, what the world would be like in the future. And like his girlfriend, his wife, never gets married. Just an old maid, all depressed. There's a whole bunch of people who died because he wasn't around to save them or whatever. And in the end, he gets this new insight. He realizes that life is worth living. That even if nothing changed, even though he's going to jail and he lost his job and he's in trouble and all this stuff, and he's had a lot of disappointment, he doesn't care. He goes running through the streets and starts snowing. And he's so happy just to be back in life. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it and I'm getting choked up just remembering him. Well, what do you know? I'm going to jail. Hello, movie theater. Hello, lamppost. How do you do? And he doesn't even care because he's so happy that the world's back to where it was when he was so unhappy. And I think that's really true. Sometimes you can think your life is horrible. But then something will show you how it could have been so much worse. And you go back and you go, you know what? Life is wonderful. It's a wonderful life. And that's what the movie's really about. Anyway, this black and white stuff makes me think of it. So, I'm going to transition out of this black and white thing. Okay, Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo will return after these messages by Michael Lyons in his books. By Michael Lyons, a rock star cartoonist. Click the link in the description to Amazon.com. Michael's got a whole bunch of books up there, comic books, coloring books. There's cartoons with an alien. Oh, there's Ojiberish, a collection of cartoons by Michael Lyons. This also has the Little Cutie story in it. Da-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum, bum, 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 da-da-da-da-dum. and gentlemen, on the guitar, Natasha. Click the link below to order your books today. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. Okay. What do you think, baby doll? You think we should call it a show? I don't know. Without the chat, I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I wish I could say hello. I wish I could tell the Boozhoo crew how much I miss them. Something tells me they know, sweetie. You think so? Yeah, I think they know. All right. Well, everybody, if you'd like to support the show, don't forget we got... Yeah, you can't read it. Michael, do you want to add anything before I sign out? No, just tell me I said thanks. Okay. Michael wants to say meekwatch. And I would like to say meekwatch biz and dowie egg. Thank you for listening. And meekwatch gonna wabi egg. Thank you for watching Boozhoo Nanaboozhoo, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. This is Nanaboozhoo. Okay. This is Michael Lyons. Hey, thank you so much. And I will see you again. Eagle of a bin. Minnowa. Sweetie. One to teleport. See you tomorrow. Make it so, number one. No.
It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. I don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. If I was a sculptor, but then again, who knows, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I sat on the roof and kicked at the moss, but a few of the verses, well, they've got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Anyway, the thing is, what I really mean,
Yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down the words. How